Shout out to Wasif Mughal from Pakistan for this before and after shot. This is how you want to do your before and afters if you're going to post it on your social media platforms. You don't want to use any lights or reflection boards because your customers don't know what that is. Show it in the eyes of what a customer would see. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for watching today's video. We're going to get straight into this one. It's a Camaro fender repair. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I get a phone call from the customer and he says, I have two tiny dime-sized dents on my fender. And I go through the whole process asking him how the damage occurred. He said a foosball table fell and slid on it. Okay, great. So for that price, it's going to be this much money. And I show up at the customer's house and right away I notice it's not two dime-sized dents. This one right here is about 1 inch to 2 inch on the edge of the body line itself. And then you have this huge, not huge, but this deeper dent on the fender with this 6 to 8 inch crease going across it from where it slid down. And he didn't notice that, so I had to let him know, hey, it's going to actually be more money. It's going to be about 5 times the money I quoted you originally. Do you want to do it? He said, well, I got to get it fixed. So let's get it done. Well, let's just be realistic here, folks. This is not an easy repair just because you got the metallics and the silver. And whenever you're pushing on that, sometimes it can distort those flakes, those metal flakes inside the base coat. And then it can make it look darker or brighter than what it normally is. So that was a huge concern of mine while I was doing this repair. And you should be looking out for those types of scenarios whenever you're doing golds and silver metallics, especially whenever there's a crease or a deep sharp dent involved. And just notify your customer right away, hey, we can get the dent out, but there may be a possibility that the color in that area may be distorted just a little bit. It may be darker, it may be lighter than it is just because of the metal flakes are different in a different orientation than when they were sprayed on the panel. And sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. Fortunately for me on this repair, it did not happen. And you can see I'm using my Ram suction cup with the Milwaukee heat gun to keep the panel hot as possible, to keep the paint from cracking and the metal to be a little bit easier to move, more malleable. And I'm using an array of tools. I'm using Dentcraft rods with the R4 cherry tips. I'm using the Dent dial. I'm using the A1 double bend rod set, the short one, and I'm using the PDR Finesse Mark Circus rod set, as well as the PDR Finesse fender edge tool, the one you see in the back right there with the black tip on it, the yellow and black handle. And that one's really great for doing the edges of body lines and the edges of fenders, because it goes up in there and it just gets that area that a normal tool wouldn't, just because of the extra bending it has at the tip you see there. So if you don't have this tool that I just touched right there, I highly recommend you get this tool, especially for doing edges of fenders. It works amazing. I've had it for about 5 years now, and I'm so glad I have it. And they make an adjustable handle one as well, but that one I really enjoy using. So what I'm going to do is go through this fender here and remove that crease, but I'm applying a towel here, that way I don't scratch the paint on the rail. Because when you open that up, it's exposed and you're going to be able to see it. And when your tool's on there and rubbing against it and leveraging off that rail, it's going to scratch that paint up. So you want to try to minimize any distortion of the repair area as possible. That way you don't have to repaint it, or, customer opens up the hood and sees those scratches, he's going to be pretty upset. So I got the initial crease out, or sharp dent out, using the R4 cherry tip. I just pushed on it for about a minute and just got it out. And then I'm going to tap that back down and let it blend into that low spot of that crease. And then I'm going to push the crease out. But that's about it. But so far, retail has been pretty difficult at first. I started the campaign in October, and it's been October, November, December, January, and February. So 4 months. Oh, 5 months. October, So 5 months so far we've been running this campaign. We've been paying for Google ads, Facebook ads, and digital banner ads. And all in all, I would say definitely Google ads has been the most effective as far as bringing leads into the business. The banner ads is really great for bringing brand awareness. You're not really going to get the calls and the leads that you really want right out of the gate, but it's going to let a whole lot more people. You're going to get 1 million impressions per month for the price I spent, $2,500 for the banner ads, and 1 million impressions. And what that's going to do is just bring brand awareness to your business. And the Google ads is literally going to bring you leads. People are going to type in dent repair. You're going to pop up top of the list, and people are going to call you for dent repair. So if you want leads and you want work right away, I highly recommend Google ads. We're spending about $1,000 a month on Google ads and about $400 to $600 on Facebook ads. And Facebook is okay. It works great, but not, Facebook is okay, but it's not as great as the Google ads because people are going on Google. They want to see your reviews. And most people say, hey, that's why we chose you, because your reviews are great. People are saying great things about you. So I'm like, okay, great. That works well for me. So real quick, make sure you ask your customers at the end of the repair, hey, if I'd like to send you a review. Let us know about your experience with us and how our service was for you. And you can text it to them or email it to them, a link of your Google review page. Super easy. And do it for every single customer, even if you feel like you didn't satisfy them. You want real world feedback. So just send it to every single customer. That's what I do. And I have found that we've gotten 60 reviews, 5-star reviews since October. And Google kicked 2 of those. And here's why they kicked those 2. Because I shared the same link to 3 customers, and it kicked 2 of those links off, or 2 of those reviews off, because they were the same link. So just create a new link every time you send it to your customer. That way Google doesn't think there's fraud going on, like you're paying somebody to send you reviews. Because I called Google and asked, and they really didn't tell me why they did it. They just said some kind of algorithm. I don't even remember, honestly. But just make sure you send a new link every time you send a review out, or a review request. Reviews help a lot. What else? If you have the money, spend it on Google ads and Facebook ads. If you really want to bring brand awareness and let people know who you are, use digital banner ads, radio, or TV commercials if you can afford those 2. I'm not using those 2 yet, but we are going to launch a radio in the second quarter of this year, hopefully. Also, what I did, I became a new I'm an owner of another business, and what I'm doing with that is marketing to body shops and insurance companies specifically for hail. So that's what I do. This week I've gotten 52. I went to 52 or 53 body shop visits to let them know who we are, let them know that we exist in the marketplace, and we've already had quite a few say they will use us for hail, and it's been a great response for me. I've been able to still make money doing dent bearing, going out and doing retail customers, while marketing to body shops all over my area for hail, because hail season is fast approaching, and if you're not planting the seeds and letting them know that you exist in the marketplace, they're not going to call you because they don't know you exist. So go ahead and do that now before the hail starts. That way there's a little bit of trust there. Hey, I'm letting you know who I am before the hail hits, because as soon as the hail hits and then you go to those shops, there's already going to be so many other PDR companies already overwhelming that shop with, hey, let us be your hail company, let us be your hail company. So they're going to just be overwhelmed and bombarded. So go ahead and do that now before the hail starts. What else? So if you're going to do retail, I highly recommend doing Google ads, even though if you have a website, like I have a website, and it doesn't get very many organic leads through the website, even though I've had it a while. So I highly recommend the Google ads. If you can afford it, hire a marketing firm, a local marketing firm, to brand your company make your logo, and what else? Yeah, just for branding purposes. So my company originally was Alexander PDR, and I would travel. Nobody knew what PDR was, even though I was doing hell for insurance companies and body shops. They didn't know what that was. So I was like, I need to change. So I hired this marketing team. It was very expensive, but extremely worth it. Because now everyone thinks we're a franchise, we're a big company because of the brand, the website, the van wrap. Everything is cohesive, and the brand is cohesive throughout. Everywhere you look, you're going to see the same thing. You're going to see the Dent Baron logo, the same the same font in the letters of all the words. Everything's the same, and that's huge. You want cohesiveness within your brand. That way, it builds trust, longevity, and people want to see that. So once you get that going, you can really start ramping it up. And this brand, Dent Baron, has been going since 2017, and it's starting to get more and more momentum as we're going. And I'm really been enjoying the process of doing retail, but I'm looking extremely forward to this hell season because they're anticipating a really great hell season, the third best hell season in United States history for this year. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from this, and have a great year. Thanks.